You wake up in the morning, lying in bed, scrolling on your phone, and a small voice in your head says, "Get up and start the day. You have got things to do." But another voice whispers, "Just a little longer. It's so cozy here." This is where the first battle of the day begins. The Bhagavad Gita talks about these battles, not the kind fought with swords, but the one that happens inside us. It's the war between two parts of ourselves. The side that wants to grow, improve, and do what's right, and the side that wants to avoid discomfort, take shortcuts, or act out of fear. Today we are exploring how the Gita helps us overcome overthinking, a silent struggle that traps many of us. The dilemma on the Kurukshetra battlefield, as narrated in Bhagavad Gita, is one of the most profound moments in spiritual literature. Arjuna, the great warrior, stands torn between his duty and his emotions. His confusion and hesitation are not just about the physical war, but represent the universal human struggle of making decisions and mental chaos, doubt, and overthinking. This war isn't about productivity, it's about the mind too. Anxiety, worry, and endless loops of what if are soldiers of the lower self. They charge forward when we face uncertainty, but the Gita teaches us that overthinking isn't the problem. How we respond to it, what matters. Krishna, the guide in the Gita, tells us to practice mastery over the mind, not by fighting our thoughts, but by raising above them with wisdom. Every choice we make is like skirmish in this larger war. Do we give into overthinking and spiral into worry about the future? Or do we pause, breathe, and act with clarity? Do we let doubt stop us from moving forward? Or do we trust in our inner strength? The higher self doesn't always win, and that's okay. The Gita reminds us that the war inside isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. One of the Gita's most profound teaching is the idea of Dharma, or purpose. When you know what truly matters, your values, your responsibilities, your goals, it becomes easier to quiet the mind and make choices that align with your higher self. Think of Dharma as your compass in the choice, even when overthinking is loud. Krishna also emphasizes detachment. This doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you do your best without obsessing over the results. Whether you succeed or fail, the effort itself strengthens your higher self over time. The practice of detachments make overthinking less exhausting because you are not weighed down by fear of failure or the need for constant approval. So these days, wars we face, or inner conflicts, or mental struggles are not something to dread. They are opportunities. Each battle gives us chance to grow stronger, to act with integrity, and get closer to our true selves. The Gita reminds us that we are warriors, not against the world, but against the forces within us that hold us back. And every time we choose the higher path, even in small ways, we win a victory worth celebrating. Arjuna's dilemma is our own. At the start of the battle, Arjuna, the great warrior, is overwhelmed. He sees the opposing army filled with his own family and friends and is paralyzed by doubt and overthinking. He wonders, how can I fight this battle? What's the point of it all? This is where Krishna steps in as guide. He explains to Arjuna that the war isn't about the people in front of him. It's about fulfilling his dharma, his purpose, and raising above his inner fears and overactive mind. Arjuna's struggles mirror the question we all ask ourselves. Why is my mind so restless? How can I stay calm when thoughts overwhelm me? What's the right thing to do when everything feels confusing? Now, think about your own life. Every day is a Kurukshetra with small and big battles. The battle of overthinking. Should we dwell on past mistakes or trust the present moment? When worry or anxiety arises, do you let them control you or do you pause and respond wisely? The battle of focus. Do you follow the discipline needed to quiet your mind or give into distractions? These battles might seem ordinary, but they shape who we are. Let's dive into this dilemma and lessons Krishna imparts to solve it. Understand your Dharma, purpose. Know your role and responsibilities in life and act in alignment with them. Krishna reminds Arjuna that his duty as a warrior is to fight for justice and what is right. Avoiding the battles out of overthinking would mean abandoning his purpose. In chapter 2, verse 47, it is mentioned, you have the right to perform your duties, but not to the fruits of your actions. Do not let the results of your work be your motive, not let your attachment lead you to inaction. Arjuna was ready to abandon the battlefield out of despair, but Krishna reminded him that neglecting his duties would lead to greater harm. A student's dharma is to study diligently, whether they top the class or not. That's not in their control, but the sincere effort is. Krishna teaches us to identify our purpose and focusing on fulfilling it, letting go of the need for constant validation or fear of failure. Practice detachment from outcomes. Act with dedication without being paralyzed by worries about the result. In chapter 2, verse 47, it is mentioned, perform your duties steadfastly, O Arjuna, abandoning attachment to success and failure. Treat both outcomes with equanimity. Such even-mindedness is called yoga. Often, we hesitate to act because we overthink failure or rejection. Krishna's advice is to do your best and let go of the need to control the result. Whether you succeed or fail, the effort itself is meaningful. If an athlete wins a race, it's the result of their efforts. If they lose, they still gain experience. In both cases, the focus should remain on continuous growth. This detachment ensures clarity of thoughts and steadiness, even in challenging situations. Mastery over the mind leads to clarity and right action. Krishna emphasizes that the mind is like a restless monkey, easily swayed by overthinking and doubts. Through self-awareness and discipline, we can calm the mind. In chapter 6, verse 6, it is mentioned, for one who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, the mind will remain the greatest enemy. Again, in chapter 6, verse 5, he says, one must elevate oneself through the mind and not degrade oneself. The mind is a friend of the conditioned soul, and the mind is also its enemy. Krishna's teaching reminds us that the mind is a powerful tool, but only if we learn to master it. By controlling our thoughts, we can navigate life challenges with wisdom and calmness. Practical steps to overcome overthinking. Practice self-awareness. Regularly observe your thoughts without judgment. When overthinking arises, pause and ask, what triggered this? How can I respond constructively? Use a journal to track your thoughts and gain clarity. Discipline through routine. Start your day with mindfulness or meditation to cultivate a calm mind. Krishna advocates for consistent habits to create balance. Detach from desires and aversions. Accept life's fluctuations instead of overthinking success or failure. See both as opportunities to learn and grow. Mindful action. Engage fully in the present task without letting your mind wander to worries. Turn off distractions and focus on the moment. In our lives, when overthinking takes hold, take a step back, pause, breathe, and reflect. This gap between impulse and action helps you respond wisely instead of reacting emotionally. See the bigger picture. Align your actions with the greater good. Krishna tells us that the soul is eternal and life's challenges are part of a larger divine plan. In chapter 2, verse 13, it is mentioned, just as the soul passes through childhood, youth, and old age within the body, it similarly passes into another body at death. Conclusion. So, these days, wars we face, our inner conflicts, our overreactive minds, are opportunities to grow. The Gita reminds us that we are warriors against the forces within that hold us back. Every time we choose to let go of overthinking, act with purpose, and trust in our higher self, we win a victory worth celebrating. Arjuna's journey is our own. Overcome doubt, embrace your Dharma, and find peace within.
Subscribe to Limitless Wisdom for more insights and let us know in the comments what do you overthink about. Let's grow together on this spiritual path.